Welcome to another courtside lesson. Today our topic is going to be about social media, the use of in relationship to being a college recruit and being recruited. So one thing that everyone has to understand is that in terms of social media is a platform in which anyone in the world at any point in time can click on and view and read and gain a judgmental picture or understanding about who you are, and it's not always true, and it can include a lot of false opinions. And so as a recruit, one has to understand that the viewpoint that they want to communicate to recruiters and to other people is their level of professionalism, their level of commitment, a moral standing in which someone would want to have you be a reflection of them. I think something that is often overlooked by recruits is that when you're being recruited by a college coach and when you're going to be going to play for them, one thing you have to understand is that this is how those people make their living. This is how they feed their families, they live their lives, they put food on the table for themselves. And so there is this standard in which that they are going to hold you to, because they have a standard in which they have to be held to by their athletic director, by their president of the college, is that everyone who puts a uniform on and anyone who works for that institution is a direct reflection of that institution. And so in terms of when you are using social media, not saying that I don't ever post pictures of your friends or having fun or things of that nature, but you need to do some research on what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. Anything that is illegal, you wouldn't want to put up on to your social media platform. Any cursing, any foul language, anything that someone could just get a bad reflection of you, or have a viewpoint about you, an opinion about you that could be a negative opinion, and take that and so on and so forth. Whether it's true or not isn't, unfortunately, what is always going to be used. So that's something that you have to really be aware of. I've had heard of many instances where players have actually lost their scholarships because they posted something on social media even before they had arrived to that college. But that summer before, they had posted something on social media that was an illegal act, and therefore they got their scholarship taken away. And another great point is the perception. It may not always be you doing the action, but what's the perception that can be taken from that photo or that video? If you are let's just say you are at a party, and in the background, they're drinking or they're doing something that isn't quite up to that college's standard, or someone could again have a negative viewpoint about. The idea is, in the instant accusation, is that you are a part of it, and that could therefore be detrimental to you in your future. And so, that's just something you need to be very aware of as a recruit. I saw a great little Twitter post from this kid who's committed to a very high-profile women's basketball program out in the southern part of the country, and something she said is that anyone who is cursing on their social media must not be getting recruited by college coaches. And this is from a 14-year-old kid who at the time was, in the summer of her freshman and sophomore year. And that's the viewpoint that you need and want to have if you are trying to play on a large platform and play for a high-profile collegiate team, or any collegiate team. Because at the end of the day, like I brought up earlier, is that this is what pays their bills. This is what their lifeline is, and it would be hard to lose your job over a situation like that. So there you go. That's what I have for this lesson. I hope I gave you something worthwhile for you on your journey to being recruited and on your journey to being the best that you absolutely want to be. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch us on Instagram as well, and check out the website www.courtsiderituals.com.